Dame, does this feel like more than just the end of a series that, you know, big changes are up ahead?
No idea.
No idea.
Man, we just lost a series for me. Um, I had a great summer last summer. Great summer preparing myself for this season. I had a lot of things going on personally down the stretch of the season, and got right, and closed out the season how I wanted to, and came into the playoffs healthy and with my mind right and ready to go. And that was the only thing I was concerned with was coming into this playoffs and making a strong push, and to come up short in the first round, and our season to end on our home floor is disappointing. That's as far as I am with it right now. I'm not really thinking about none of the other shit, change or whatever, man. We'll see what happens, but I haven't even thought that far out.
Keep going here, but just a heads up that CJ McCollum is on his way to the auxiliary Zoom room. He'll be starting there in just a moment. Next question is coming from AJ McCord with Coin.
Dame, you've been gracious enough to share some of those personal things that you went through towards the end of the season and all that you put in, all the work that you put in. Does it make this first round exit more frustrating because of everything you did personally?
No, I mean, just because we make it to the NBA and we become successful people, it doesn't take away the fact that we still have lives, and life happens to us like it happens to everybody else. So I don't think this makes it any worse. It was bad. My family and my loved ones come before basketball or winning or losing games. So I mean, bad is bad in your personal life, and it was bad. I don't think this would have made it any better or worse. But when you put everything into it, and this is your job, and this is what you want, and you come up short, it's disappointing. So that's it.
Eric Gunderson, Associated Press.
Dame, there was a collision that you had on a loose ball with Porter. It looked like you might have hit your head, and Mike Malone did mention it. Did you feel any difference after that? And how is your head feeling after that? Did you feel any different after that collision?
Yeah, he rung my bell a little bit. I was going after the ball, and he came in from the side, and I think his shoulder just hit my head. So I was just a little shook up for a little bit. After that, I felt a little, not dizzy, but just like, I don't know. I was, he just kind of knocked me off my game a little bit, because it was just a blow to the head. And, the referee was right there. Tough collision, man.
Orlando Sanchez, KGW.
Dame, what is your if there is one, message to the team as you guys leave for the final time this season?
I mean, we fought through a lot of injuries this season. We had some adversity hit. We stayed together like a true team does, and we went to battle. We didn't make excuses. We still don't make excuses, and like I said, disappointing ending. This ain't what we wanted, but we don't hang our heads, in those situations, and we just came up short. We didn't do what was necessary to win a series, obviously, and you got to keep fighting. You got to keep working and keep coming back to battle. And regardless of how it ended, we're gonna always have our heads held high, and we're gonna have class and go about it like real warriors. So we lost. They were the better team. Congratulations to them. And, it's back to the drawing board for us.
Kyle Fredrickson, the Denver Post.
Hey, Dame, I was just curious if you saw Nikola Jokic this year really being a deserving MVP and maybe what you appreciate about his game being a competitor. And do you see him being the kind of talent that could lead this Nuggets team to a championship?
I'm throughout the season, I go home and I watch every game possible. I flip back and forth 3, 4, 5 games at once. One goes to a TV break, I'll go to the next one. So I've seen a lot of them, obviously being in the same division, them being a Western Conference team. And I think he is the MVP. He's played every game. He does everything for their team. And, I think we got a front row seat to that in this series. He's making threes, he's scoring on the block, he's scoring at the nail at the free throw line, he's getting to the free throw line. He's making other guys better. He's like I said, he's everything for them. And I think if it was any year where a guy like him and what he does for that team could lead a team to a championship, it would be this year because of how open it is. There's no favorite. In my eyes, at least, I feel like anybody could get beat and anybody can go get it done. And that's why, it's even more disappointing for me because I felt like if any year you could shoulder the load and go get one, it was this one. So I definitely think he's capable of it.
Sean Hyken, Bleacher Report.
Dame, I know this is more Neil's job than yours, but do you think there needs to be like a shakeup of some kind with this team, whether it's coaching or roster or whatever else?
We didn't win a championship, so obviously where we are now isn't good enough. I don't know what a shakeup looks like or what changes will be made or could be made, but obviously as is, it wasn't good enough. We came up short against a team without their starting point guard and shooting guard. Will Barton didn't play, and Jamal Murray didn't play, and we came up short. So obviously, where we are isn't good enough to win the championship if it's not good enough for us to get out of a first round series with 2 of their best 3 or 4 players not on the floor.
Leonardo Torres, El Comercio.
Hi, Dame. It's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Hope you're well. Dame, after competing so well, what's next for you for the upcoming season? What do you think you need to improve or the team need to improve to come back better next season?
Obviously, I think, the last 2 years we've been at the bottom in defense. So we got to be a better defensive team going forward. And for me, I just got to do what I always do. Go and, sit down with my trainers and the people that watch me closely that aren't, directly involved like I am, and listen to what the truth is, the things that I got to be better and more efficient at, and attack it and try to just keep making strides and improving as a player individually, like I always do. I look in the mirror and I address the things that need to be addressed, and I just try to get 1, 2, 3% better and come back a better player than I was the year before. So we'll see.
Final questions coming from Christos Saltes with Sport DNA.
Dame, from your perspective, how you evaluate that season? It's better, it's worse than last season, it's equal than last season, and what was the biggest lesson for you overall?
You said, do I think this was a better season than last season?
If you, from your perspective, it was better, it was worse season. What do you think about that season? What was the biggest lesson?
I think it was a better season, a much better season than last year. Last year it was pretty much, with the bottom of the West until we got to the bubble. We weren't even, I think we might have been in 10th place when we got to the bubble. And then, we literally got to the very last game in the bubble to get the 8 seed. And then we had to play for that spot. So, and even then we were like, I don't know, 6 or 7 games under 500, maybe, I don't know. But this year we, at one point we had a chance to be top 3, top 4, So I thought we were a much better team this year. We were much more consistent this year. And even when we had injuries, we had a lot of guys step up and play well for us. So I thought this year was a much better year than last year.
We're gonna wrap there. Thanks for your time, Dame.